farming is one of the biggest contributors to the economy in the Gert Sibande District in Mpumalanga. But for the past 30 years of democracy, barriers to entry are still very much in place for black commercial farmers. Newzroom Afrika's Khotso Sello filed this report.
We do know that there's a lot that is being done for black farmers in this community. How have things been in the 30 years of democracy?
I can say the past 30 years of our democracy, we have seen a lot of changes and a lot of transformation that has happened. Firstly, for the developing farmers, people had access to land through the lease land from the department. And and there's a lot of programs that have been put in place in terms of grants to improve the infrastructure of the land. Yeah, those are the key things that I can say. Access to land, it's there, and we still need to see some more improvements on that for the farmers to continue farming, and for the new entrants to continue making sure that we food secure for the country.
And what are some of the stumbling blocks and barriers to entry for the new entrants into the space?
What is important is that without collateral, if you go to the banking institution of our country, you need to have a security in order for you to grow the business. And without that, you can't. But there is a development and some commitment from the current government, our government, that they're going to issue us with lease. Because now most of the farmers are leasing. So if the farmers can have title deed, that will also reduce the burden from the state coffers. Farmers can be able to go to the bank and access finance and then grow their business.
Tomorrow it's national elections. Are the farmers nervous about who will be coming into office? Because I'm sure there are already programs that are in place. And should there be change in administration, that could be perhaps a speed bump into those, strides that you guys are making in this industry.
Maybe before I go there, Sello, what is important? I just want to touch on the issues of being a farmer. It's a difficult situation. Being a farmer, it's always there's challenges. But I just want to touch on the most important thing. The climate change is affecting mostly the new entrants, mostly the developing farmers. We have an El Nino, we have La Nino, you've got drought. And those things it's reality. We need to face them with all the stakeholders involved. If you look at the crop production, we're doing crop in this area, we're doing livestock. In terms of crop production, which is maize and soyas, farmers, some of the farmers had drought, and some of the farmers there was no rain, and there was even more rain. And those things are affecting the farmers. So in order for solution is needed for those things. For instance, now farmers are only able to access insurance only for the fire and hail damage. And if you want to go to the multi-peril insurance, that is very expensive for the new entrants. So I think initiative need to be done so that farmers can be subsidized in terms of the multi-peril insurance, in order for them to encounter, in order for them to come back and replant. Because if you got drought and you got flooding, you got all those things, and you are not covered, you are out of business the same year. So those are the things that need to be taken into account. Whosoever win elections, but we need to see the continuity and what things have started. So we need to make sure that all these things that are challenges to the farmers get attended to.